Yeah, facts. Check that out, guys. We're putting together some pretty cool stuff for tomorrow night. Some stuff I guarantee probably haven't seen before. So that'll be good. And then also, too, guys, just in general, questions, anything you guys got, let us know. Black Friday sales have officially kicked off.
They're cranking. Yeah, they're cranking.
Yeah, earlier than in past years. So you're pretty much, certain sites obviously haven't turned on. A lot of them have, maybe 7 out of 10. I figured they will, which is all of them basically. So it's really, really important to start aggressively sourcing. Warner, Garrett, myself, we have tons of good videos on our channels going over how to adequately find, analyze, and such products. And then you want to start immediately FBMing those. There's a free guide at howtofbm.com that breaks down a lot of that. 0 to handling time, how to get the buy box FBM, how to estimate shipping costs, all of that. It is like I need more tweets tagging me of FBM shipment, right? You guys cannot
let me see it.
You can't let me down. Right? I need to
go watch a couple other resources. Go watch Miles' 2-hour sourcing video that he made, and then when you're FBMing, go check out my FBM video that I made. I'll show you how to source FBM specific products, and then just the logistics of it. What up, Corey?
I just posted a 30-minute sourcing video on my channel today too. So there's infinite amounts of resources for OA sourcing.
Yeah, it's go time. How are we doing, Corey?
We need to. Good. All of us need to be making Corey feel bad that he's not in OA these couple months.
Trust me, I feel bad. I know how much opportunity.
Let's give right Corey FOMO.
This is the best time of year by far. I mean, there are people that I know that they do OA from October. Really, they do OA during Q4 and they do wholesale the rest of the year. I mean, there's plenty of people I know that do that. Now is probably the best time of the year to make the most money possible in the shortest amount of time selling on Amazon.
Corey, were you just lifting, training?
Nope, I just look like a bum.
Oh no, I thought you were working out.
Definitely grinding.
No, I just had to take George out real quick because me and Warner were on another call. I just had to take him out real quick.
You were definitely grinding, COD.
No, that's.
I would tell you if I was.
That's on the late night though, isn't it?
No.
We're playing with Jimmy and Sawyer the other night.
No, they were playing. I think I was fast asleep by the time they were playing because Jimmy's on West Coast. Utah's West Coast, right? He's
Oregon.
Usually
Oregon.
We're not on the same time zone.
Yeah. How much do most prep center 3PLs charge to fulfill an order FBM? Man, I don't even know. Probably like $3 or $4.
It varies widely. Yeah, I've seen the most common I've seen is $3.50 to $5 per package plus a storage fee.
Yeah, that's heavy.
So it'll be like a bag, you get a pallet's worth of space basically for $100 a month, that kind of thing. So it's kind of up to you to keep it moving.
But you lose so much of the benefit of FBMing by having to ship it to a prep center, right? That same day listing, the same, you know what I'm saying, the 0-day handling time. There's so many aspects of it that you lose by trying to outsource it.
Yeah,
it's better than nothing though. Yeah, it's better than nothing. I'm gonna be hopping I'll be in 4 different states all of December, so I just can't pile up the merchant field. So I worked at a prep center today. I'm gonna do some FBM through a prep center. It's
crazy
last case scenario.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy because Miles and I have obviously been doing a lot of sourcing together, and it's everything is profitable FBM. We'll come across a lot of stuff that's maybe 11%, 9% margin, but it's small, right? So you turn on FBM and automatically 30% margin, 35% margin, 40% margin. It's everything we come across nowadays that's small is profitable FBM, which is nutty.
Yeah, that's important to you guys. As you're looking at items that are above $25, but well below £1, you need to be cognizant that a lot of those 20% ROIs, 22% ROIs FBA will become profitable with FBM because there's that good arbitrage on really light products with FBM.
And it's cool. It's looking in the different buy box rotations. You can see the paradigm shifting to the FBM sellers, right? Products that you looked at maybe a month or 2 months ago, all FBM or 80, 90% FBA are now shifting to the FBM, right? So you see it happening, right before your eyes in prison, live time.
For sure. Is Express payment the same as daily payments? I don't think so. They charge you for Express, right?
It's worth it though, but yeah.
If you have the option, it's worth it. Just moving your money as fast as possible is almost always the cheapest solution. It is different than daily. Daily's free.
Yeah, Chris has got the idea. Hire someone local to do your FBM. I mean, it's so much cheaper than the $350 or whatever you're going to pay.
Yeah. I was planning on doing. I found some decent rates at a FBM prep center, which is nice though. They're still out there. If you guys really need it, then ask around. But it's always better to do it yourself.
Should I ship out FBM to customers in the same box I received from the online store repackage? Yeah, so you're typically not really doing orders of one with OA, so it's probably going to be a lot more cost effective to use your own package, or at least a lot more space effective. However, you can reuse packaging as long as it's not branded. So don't ship out like a Home Depot box that says Home Depot or a Hibbett package that says Hibbett. You probably want to use, in general, 99% of the time you're going to be using just generic boxes from Uline, Staples, Walmart.
They're like less than $1 if you get them from Uline. Poly bags are like 10 cents. Yeah.
I was gonna say most things you're FBMing nowadays are gonna fit in a bag, anyways, right? And so the bags are just and more efficient than a box. You don't have to go hunting for the right size box and tape it and just throw it in a bag and ready to go.
And it's destined for greatness. The universe is begging this man to get rich. Just begging this man to get rich.
You see a lot of an item on sale right now with Amazon. Is it worth buying on sale and holding till after? It's riskier. Just based on you asking that question, you're probably not at the right stage where you should be doing that.
Yeah.
You should just be doing standard flips. You can do that later down the line though, and it is like a fun way to do it. I've done it. It's usually less profitable. It's just different, shakes it up. You'll still make money doing it. It's just it doesn't make as much sense as just buying something that's profitable right now, sell it the day you get it in hand, merchant affiliate, and do it all over again.
Yeah, and then get the money back in 2 weeks and do it all over again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Corey, what's the temp down there? You're holding on to some 50s?
Yeah, it was like, I think this morning when I woke up, it was 40s. For the most part, it's like 50s. Yeah, during the day.
We're just barely holding on to the 50s nowadays.
Yeah,
I have
sucks.
thread.
Miles is laughing at all of us now.
That income tax treating you too well? Like, is that nice this time of year too?
No, it's never nice.
What do you do when the same seller keeps undercutting by a penny? You can either wait for them to sell out, or you can go in and make a custom repricing rule that goes plus 1 penny and 2 pennies difference. Doesn't actually make a difference on sales. You'll just always be 2 pennies more, and they'll never undercut you.
I think you could actually exclude certain sellers from your price.
Yeah, if you can exclude that seller ID as well. Yeah, that's a good one.
Or just go get their address, write them a letter.
Don't do that. Don't do not do that.
Yeah, that is awesome.
You've said something bad when when all 3 of the rest of us have to give the disclaimer that you should not do that.
Better yet, drive to their house.
Is it possible to do flips as a full-time CDL driver? Absolutely. It's possible to do it as anything. If it's important to you, you'll make it happen.
I know there's a couple truck drivers who do it just like on their days where they're not driving, or they're hanging out in the truck stop for the night. You spend an hour or 2 on the laptop, add to the margin for the day. Yeah.
If someone in the community can do 40 racks while giving birth to a child, and
We always go back to her. Yeah.
I mean, like it's true though. Like
undefeated story, undefeated. FBM too.
So Waldo said, when should we send our last FBA inventory for December's big sales? So really the bottom line is keep sending it in. So I know me personally, I'd be curious to hear from you guys. Our shipments are still checking in within like a week max.
Yeah.
So check-in times will they'll continue to slow down, but as long as it's not like Christmas seasonal specifically, then keep sending it in the whole, like every day.
I wouldn't do LTL though. We just had a problem with an LTL shipment, but FBAs or
SPD
UPS
or
or
FTL.
And chat FBM though. Yeah, chat FBM.
For sure. When can you request daily payouts? It just kind of happens. There's no real like benchmark for it. The more you sell, a lot of times you'll get daily payouts within like a couple months of like really crushing it. So you'll probably be there sometime next year, Jules.
Yeah, I'd say probably like 10 more videos on Twitter, Jules, and they'll just like go crazy. In-store pickup price match sauce was fire. Print the wealth. See, you avoid seed oils. You do the price matching. You do the order pickups. You sell it the same day FBM. You go replenish it more. You still avoid the seed oils. You don't go to the Chipotle that's right next to the Kohl's. Right? You keep pumping.
The Selling Up April Fool's joke is definitely a seed oils button, by the way. I'm saying it now. We can't mention it again, but
Which usually
hilarious.
Which is the worst month of the year. February for us is the worst month.
Yeah, I'd say February usually sucks.
It's also
for us
the shortest too. Yeah.
Somebody said, and somebody, so they asked, where can they hear the story of the FBM mom? Warner, do you have an interview with her on YouTube?
Miles
Do you
does
see
too.
Miles?
If you look
Yeah.
up Sam Fields of Profit, Sam Flips for Miles, you'll find her.
Oh, we did that in Buy Box too. Buy Box Bandits.
Cool. And Web Bandits, yeah.
She
Yeah.
made her rounds. She made her rounds.
Yeah, she did the media tour. Yeah.
She did her
Okay,
book tour.
so yeah, that's smart. This person said, do you know any small to mid-sized banks who are known for giving lines of credit to Amazon sellers? Tried Chase. They said no line of credit for sellers who use Amazon lending company policy. So bottom line, never look for big banks like Chase for really any sort of loan options. They're not going to be, they're typically not going to be as competitive as like a small local or regional credit union or bank. So we have a line of credit with a bank. I think they only operate in Raleigh, North Carolina. So they have like, I don't know, 7 or 8 locations. And the key is it's relationship based, right? Just like with your suppliers. So if you do your banking with that bank, they're going to want you to bring your checking and your your checking, your savings accounts over to their branch. And it's going to be easier to get an account with them that way. So don't go for Chase or Wells, go for like a small local or regional.
Corey, kind of piggybacking off of that, talk through the process of potentially asking or approaching the idea of like a net 30, net 60 sort of situation.
Yeah, so with your suppliers, so for those watching that aren't familiar with what that means, so having terms with your supplier basically just means they're extending you credit. So if you have net 30 terms, you have 30 days to pay them. So if I get an invoice today and I have net 30 terms, I don't have to pay that invoice until 30 days down the road. So theoretically, if I'm managing my inventory properly, I can buy inventory today, send it to Amazon, sell everything, and then I can pay my vendor with my profit from what I bought, right? So that's best case scenario. So in terms of like approaching your vendor for credit and getting those terms, just ask, right? It's as simple as asking. And so you're getting terms for the first time ever with a vendor. You've never had terms with anybody before. It's going to be a little difficult, but you're going to want to approach a vendor that like you're buying from regularly. Say, hey, we've been doing some business with you guys. We'd like to explore terms. They might give you, let's say, a $2,000 credit limit, net 10, right? So you can basically pay them 10 days later and you can only spend up to $2K. But the idea is you spend the money, you pay them off, or you pay them early. You show that you're a good customer. You show that they're right in extending you more credit, and they're going to give you longer terms and a bigger credit limit. And then eventually you take that, you take your relationship there and you kind of leverage it with your other suppliers, and you get more terms, longer credit cycles with other suppliers, and it kind of snowballs from there.
It's a good explanation. That's another clip, by the way.
Yep.
Chris said High Beam. Somebody else said Novo. Decent.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know nothing about those, but good to know.
If I find good deals before Black, it is Black Friday, right? So a lot of the sales are currently going to be happening for the rest of the week. There's going to be some more that pop up, but it's game time. There's no more waiting. It's game time.
You need to be printing the well. Like your ancestors, like they sailed lands, they conquered new lands, they walked across countries, right? They traversed mountain ranges, they climbed through rivers for you to print the FBM back. It's literally written in Holy Scripture. Print the FBM, like literally read the Bible, read the Quran.
Somebody's been having problems with Roadmap. If you just shoot me an email, you should have an email, or you can shoot me an email, fieldsofprofit@gmail.com. I'll get you sorted out.
Any suggestions for videos to show my brother to help further his education in Amazon as all of ours? You're in the right place. Jules, come on. Jules, you know better. Jules, you know better.
Yeah. Like also to consider having him do the Billy Flips sell your Xbox scholarship. Actually, that's a good idea too.
Jules, I've got a beginner playlist on my channel. It's like 10 videos. Also below me should be the launch pad, which has a bunch of those videos plus some like downloadables for him. But like the beginner starter pack, basically.
And by the way, guys, too, speaking more on the supernatural side of things, if you disrespect the FBM game will disrespect you. If you complain about not getting the buy box, they're gonna not give you the buy box more, right? Like you need to put out what you want to see. Like
the buy box can smell your fear.
What did you say last week, Miles? There's a direct correlation between how visible you are on social media and your buy box percentage.
And how fast you get
literally
the gate.
Direct correlation.
And then there's also the arguments like, okay, if you're visible on social media, you meet more people, so you find better ASINs, so naturally, but it all feeds itself. But yeah, like you cannot disrespect the FBM game. Like It can sense everything. It will give you the buy box when you're ready.
Just like the Nike Ungate.
Yeah,
Just like the
that's
Nike
it.
Ungate.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah. Like, luckily, we're kind of past. I feel like we're like low key past the times of that. Like like a month ago, that shit was brutal.
If you find good deals before Black Friday, should you buy or wait till? I would buy starting now. Black Friday sales kind of started today. They're a little early this year. They might be even better on Cyber Monday, but if you find something that's killer, don't wait around and not buy it. Like, yeah, now's the
And a
time.
lot of that stuff will be
It'll already
sold
be
from-
FBM too. Yeah, it'll already.
Yeah.
The wealth will already be squeezed out of it. You'll already be placing the restock order. You'll already have posted the FBM shipment picture on Twitter. It tagged all 4 of us. 0-day handle time. Tommy does FBM. Right,
Dude, it's so funny that Billy doesn't tweet much, but he always gets a mention in everything.
dude, because
I noticed that too. I'm like, I noticed that too.
He's nowhere to be found, but he's always getting
They
that
love
tag.
the kid,
That's
bro.
so
They
funny.
love the kid. They love the kid.
Somebody asked, Corey, what's your largest credit limit with a vendor for net 30? I'm curious, Garrett, you too, and then Warner, also you, if you have net terms with anybody. I think our largest credit line with a vendor is it's either 50K or 100K. And I mean, we don't always max it out. But yeah, I think that's where we are. What about you, Garrett?
No, but we can pay with credit cards with most of them. We don't have any net terms, but like the.
But do you have any vendors? Do you have any vendors? So like that vendor that I mentioned, it's like they give us net 30. I think.
Oh,
up
and
to
you can
either-
pay with the credit card.
Yeah, and we
Oh,
can pay
that
with the
would
credit
be-
card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any net yet. I've found a whole lot of distributors, but not a lot that is like the 6-figure a month type distributors that would be worth that type of relationship.
On the contrary, it just breaks my heart when I ever have to wire. Like it just breaks
Oh
my heart.
God, I hate it.
Versus
I avoid
OA
it like the
too, yeah.
plague.
Oh, it's just I had to send like a 35 wire the other day, 35 rack, and it was just painful.
Well, and that's what like a lot of the wholesalers too. So like, we usually talk about working either directly with the manufacturer or buying through authorized distributors. But sometimes if you're buying through wholesalers like a wire because they operate on such thin margins, they want cash.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I know when we go to ASD, when we buy stuff at ASD on the floor, it's almost always a wire. So it's like, that's kind of a tip too. Like if you're going to a trade show where it's going to be heavy wholesalers like an ASD, have cash in the bank or have access to cash in the form of a credit line because you're going to be sending some wires. Armand said he's got 2 right now, one at 70K, one at 80K. Nice. Yeah, you can definitely do some damage. And if you've got net 30 there, like we said, if you play your cards right and you buy the right amount of inventory and you get it to Amazon ASAP, you can pay your vendor with your profits from what you bought from the vendor. That's like best case scenario.
What's the best state to set up a warehouse? Any of the no sales tax states, Oregon, Delaware, those are really New Hampshire.
Yeah, New Hampshire, you won't have any people to make friends with too. So if you really want to focus and get to the bag, go from New Hampshire. And you got to live in the warehouse too.
With that consideration, probably Delaware. Delaware has like the most consolidated amount of Amazon cool people.
Yeah. Well, you
And
get
no
access
sales
to
tax.
Southeast PA. That's the big thing. Is you get access to South. That's the mecca. It's like all like this, like all signs in Amazon states. Southeast PA.
It certainly has no bias that you're from Southeast PA.
Well, I mean,
It's a
where
strictly
else?
unbiased metric.
Yeah, where else is like 20, 100K a month sellers going out to dinner all in one confined place?
It's not because like you created that, right? It's just simply because
Hey,
it like, organically happened.
I put 100K a month sellers in other regions too. They just don't hang out.
Hey guys, looks like Amazon doesn't take cold invoice anymore to get ungated. Just submit it as a PDF. Keep going, you'll get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Include
Also, so tips too, like rename the file
Yeah.
ASIN invoice. And then I don't know if you guys have done this like on OA invoices, but something we've had luck with too is like in the invoice itself, insert a text box that says like ASIN and then input the ASIN there. And then literally in Microsoft Paint or in Preview, whatever, if you're on Mac or Windows, circle the UPC, circle the name of the product, circle your bill to. Like you got to spell it out because the people at Amazon are stupid and you've got to make it as clear as day to them. I hate to say it, but
Yeah, water equals the secret sauce. Hey, something.
Yeah. We'll say, yeah, see, here we go, Saf, right? Right? You got that, you're nature maxing, you're looking at the beautiful sunsets, very good for your eyes, right? To get the ungate easier, right?
Do all of you have wholesale warehouses? None of us have a warehouse.
Whoa,
Miles and I used to have a-
Leanna, you're in PA, right? That's all I needed to hear, right? You're destined for greatness.
You do not need a warehouse, Leanna. You can use prep centers if you want to go that route if you never want to touch stuff. But since you're in PA, fortunately, you don't have to pay sales tax. Unfortunately, that means it makes sense for way longer for you to do a lot more of your own kind of legwork.
Dude, Warner, I saw your reel. Your swing is looking clean, bro.
That was a while ago. That was kind of busted. I'm not gonna lie. It's still busted. It's not like I'm going pro anytime
It
soon,
looked
but-
good to me. I mean, I
I saw you got your first golf lessons the other night, right?
I know I'm pumped, bro. I'm pumped.
We need the
It's so
the
refreshing to,
Amazon
like,
seller
low-key,
golf
like,
round.
It's super refreshing to like learn again. You know what I'm saying?
That's
be
how I
like,
was feeling about it. Yeah.
To be like an actual student.
To just suck at something, like take some
Yeah,
lessons.
bro. It's
Yeah,
refreshing to
fun.
be a student again for sure. Sales picked up already. Yeah. Yep.
You post those videos, man. Yep. That's what it takes.
That means you're buying the right stuff. You're selling the right stuff. It's all a perfect situation.
Got you, Lizzie.
Yeah, Matt. So he said he just sounds like he just started using repricer. So he started using Be Cool, 0% buy box percentage to 6% buy box percentage instantly. He says he's going to pair it with the catch-all auto PPC campaign. Yeah, dude, going from no repricer to repricer is going to put your sales on steroids. In some cases, double or triple them. Yeah, couple that with a catch-all PPC campaign, and you're going to be crushing it. Sales picked up already. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, guys, like once you have 10 plus ASINs, it makes sense to get a repricer. We all have repricer affiliate links in descriptions as well if you need to get going with that. Okay, 50K to invest. All right, well, if you're interested in help, you're in the right place. If you have 50K to invest, keep doing whatever got you that 50K, right? And then slowly build this up on the side, right? Low risk. You can get pretty good at it over time if you really apply yourself.
Father Joe Mazan in the building.
What up, Joe?
His like YouTube name is Father Joe Mazan.
It's evolving. I think we named him Father Joe Mazan the other day after the
wedding.
He's marrying Garrett.
Marrying
Garrett and his wife.
So somebody asked, Corey, what do you pay to have each wholesale item prepped or labeled? Did you negotiate pricing with your prep center, or do you just go with our quoted prices? So it really depends, because some of our suppliers ship straight to Amazon and they don't offer prep. So when our supplier is willing to ship to FBA, but they're not willing to prep for us, we pay Amazon to prep. And so we just pay Amazon stated rates, which I think is like 55 cents for an FBA.
Yeah, cheaper than you'll find anywhere else.
Yeah. And so when we have to send inventory to a prep center, so one thing I don't like about prep centers is a lot of times their pricing is not very transparent. They might quote you at per unit, but then they charge you if they can't reuse the box, right? So if the prep center's got to use a new box, they'll charge you for it. They might charge you they charge you for every possible
inspection fee,
pallet receiving fee, pallet send, they charge for so much random stuff. Really, you want to be all in if you're going to use a prep center. If you're all in for under $1 on a product that just needs an FN SKU, then that's going to be a pretty good rate. Some of our wholesalers that do offer FBA prep, they offer really competitive prep rates because they just like to beat Amazon. So some of our suppliers, where we buy large volume, they'll just FN SKU for like 25 cents a unit. And then there's been some scenarios where we're buying, let's say 3, 4, 5,000 units of the same product, where they'll just say, hey, we'll just throw in the prep, right? It doesn't happen often, but again, that's like a relationship thing.
Cool. Sweet. Yeah. So this is the best sourcing you guys are ever going to see for about another 355 days, right? So you got to be on that stuff today. It's so important.
Guys, shameless plug. I'm sorry, this is killing me. I'm 2 followers away from 10,000 on Twitter, and I've been I've been there for like a week. It's like my Twitter growth has slowed down so much. I don't know what the hell's been going on. But yeah, go follow me on Twitter.
All right.
2 more
Okay,
people.
make that. Okay, so attention, ladies and gents. Corey is now He is now 3 followers away. He's 1 follower away. Okay.
There we go.
All right,
One more.
All right. Refresh. Let's get the refresh. Oh, come on. Someone showed a lot.
Somebody, come on.
All right, someone, come on.
Daily threads. There's going to be lots of value on your timeline.
9999 went away.
Oh, someone did it. Okay.
Let's go.
Hey, there we go. Thanks, guys.
Bro, my timeline is just full of FBM pictures. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, every time I go to my notifications, it's just tons of people flexing bars, flexing packages. It's
so
epic.
Beautiful. It warms the heart. That is so good for the soul.
I will say though, and I kind of tweeted about this earlier today, but something that I think is easy to get caught up in, especially this time of year, especially for newer sellers, is you see everybody on the timeline, they're flexing their orange bars, they're flexing their sales, they're talking about this and that. And it's really easy to play the comparison game. And I mean, I'm speaking for myself, right? Like I saw somebody today on the timeline. He had a 45K sales day today, and it was like 2 p.m. And so I'm sitting there like, damn, like what am I doing? You know, you kind of get down on yourself, but in reality,
get your bag.
yeah. Well, yeah. Well, what I'm saying is just like, you know, you got to focus on your business, right?
Miles
Don't
has
fall
no
into the
sympathy.
I mean,
Yeah,
I get it. I get it. But
What
like,
moves you forward? You know, get your back.
right.
Wait, in other news, more important news, did you guys see Ant's rap?
Oh,
Who?
The one from the while back, or is it new?
I think it was, or maybe I just saw it today. Maybe I'm late.
Oh, I don't know.
He had
I
one a while back.
The shit was fire. We're definitely doing
Yeah.
BBB with him.
How can you tell if a listing is good to FBM? It shares buy box, so go to Accelerant, buy box statistics, type, and if people are winning at FBM, then you're good to go. I also literally just made a video like 6 hours ago about like sourcing FBM specific products, so go watch that one.
Yeah, the nice thing is anything that's going up in price is going to be FBM friendly naturally, just because it's an imbalance in the market. And the cool part too is all you got to do is find like one person that's FBMing something. They're probably FBMing a bunch of other listings, especially if that person has a lot of reviews, aka they have a pretty big brain. All right, something just restocked. Something just fucking restocked Valley. Whatever Warner's doing right now, something just restocked. Man.
Was it going crazy?
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
Something. Oh no! I mean, someone's got to clip that. Like that. That's how hard you guys need to be checking out. Right? Like,
Yeah, he was like,
No, I just got a message from the team lead. He's like working on some
so
stuff.
whatever just went down.
The team lead found a restock.
Okay, all right, my bad. Change the laundry. Give me 1 second.
my brother is very, yeah, dude. I thought it just came out today. I just saw a retweet.
Yeah, dude, that was from August, right? Yeah.
Yeah, August 26th. Yeah.
Garrett, did you see who won the Super Bowl yet?
Warner harnesses Steph energy right there.
You have to. It's game time. We're actively in game time. Literally, it's in the name. It's the fourth quarter. Like it's actually there.
Yeah.
Jumped to the community last month. 1 inch bank. What's up, Caden? Make sure you post something on Twitter. Introduce yourself in the Discord communities, all that kind of stuff. Make literally takes 2 or 3 friends. It's not like you're trying to build an army. You're not trying to develop thousands of followers, that kind of stuff. You need 2 people who you like and want to source with.
Yeah, for context, Jules posted one video introducing himself. He had 9,000 people see it and 20 DMs. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's that easy, but the first video is gonna be uncomfortable. Camera's gonna feel really heavy, but you got to do it, and you'll be a better man for it.
Yeah, I remember those first few videos. I would sit there and re-record them. Like, I did like 20 takes on my first video.
Yeah.
You're sitting there like, oh, like, should I say it that way? You know, do I sound stupid? Do I look stupid? Whatever. The answer is yes, but it doesn't matter. It gets easier, and you get better.
Yeah,
at it.
but now look where you are. Like, I mean, you're so much better. We all are. We're so much
Right,
better at talking than we
100%.
were. How do you guys trust your VAs to not share your supplier information and product pricing? It's the relationship, right? The
Yeah,
better you treat them, the more they have to lose, right?
Yep.
So it's all based on your positioning as an employer and the relationship you have with that employee to make that situation unlosable, I guess you could say.
Yeah, they work for you, so treat them well. Make sure they make plenty of money for their work. Make sure they're getting some kind of profit share. Make sure you're running their numbers at the end of the month, and make sure it's making you money. And it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's a big point. Like, it's so easy to, and you guys should be, if you have sourcing VAs, just give them a portion of their profit that they find. It's so easy to do. Just code all their SKUs with their initials in the beginning. Every month, then run a report of all products that sold that they found, and just pay them 10% of the profits, 15% of the profits, whatever it is, right? It'll be A, motivating, B, it'll increase that loyalty, and C, just make them want to work harder for you.
I know a lot of VAs who'd want to work for you for 15% of the profit, Garrett. That's
I mean,
a hell
if
of a
they
profit
find you,
share.
if they
Obviously,
find
it's
you
an example.
yeah, but I mean, if they find you 1,000, what's $100 to them every month? It's
Yeah.
not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's only the stuff they find. It's not everything.
Yeah,
VA.
Danny, great point. He said, treat those employees the way you want to be treated. Told my VA today. Last 2 weeks of December, you're not working. Enjoy the time. See you in January. See, exactly. And I mean, my team today, I gave them off tomorrow through Sunday, right? They're going to be completely off doing their own thing for those days, still paid as they normally would be for a normal week. So again, just treating them like people because they are people.
The VAs definitely aren't fulfilling FBM orders.
Pete said it worked for 15%.
Around what date should we start dropping minimums on BQL? So that means like the products might not be performing pretty well. So you want to be buying stuff that's on the uptrend in terms of move forward, so you don't really have to worry about that. But after I'd say 3 weeks this time of year, start dropping minimums. But it should be incredibly hard to have to drop minimums, at least stuff you're buying now.
And a lot of this stuff is cyclical too. If the product moves and that offer count's rising, well, there's going to be a ceiling at some point in which the offers are then going to drop, the price is going to go back up, right? So, I mean, obviously there's something to be said about staying liquid and opportunity cost, but a lot of the stuff is sort of like a cyclical nature.
For sure. I'll also add to the VA thing. If you guys have VAs, pay them double, give them extra vacation days, something, and have them work this weekend when it's literally the easiest sourcing days of the year. There's no reason for them to be off unless they actually genuinely need those days off.
True. That's a good point. Yeah.
Are you doing anything different for Black Friday? You probably pound an extra monster or two, a couple extra hours on Zoom calls with the boys. And then also too, it's going to be an ongoing battle for the living room as well. Because you like the bedroom should already be close, right? The garage, the wife or parents, they're like, he can have the garage, right? But then the living room is the big one, right? The living room, that's the difference between the 30, 40, 50, and the 100, the 150, the 200. That's the difference there.
Now, is the dining room a good substitute to the living room? So if they say you can have the dining room, no living room.
No. But the problem is the dining room, then you have to potentially pivot and move everything off if the family's coming over, whatever. True. Meanwhile, you're right, living room, you have a little bit more you could set up with.
Pete said thou should not be liquid on December 1st. That's Bezos.
That is true. That is, yeah.
That's a tweet, yeah.
Tweet that, Pete.
Fire up Tweet Hunter. You know how it works, Pete.
You need that, Pete.
What about
Samantha said, any of you have videos on sales and use tax, how that works for Amazon sellers? So I'll speak for myself. I don't have any videos on sales and use tax. I don't think these guys do too. But the good thing about Amazon is they will collect and remit sales tax on your behalf in every state in the country, right? But as far as considerations for your business, definitely talk to a CPA that's versed in e-commerce. We know a really good one we can recommend if you need.
Yep. Bedroom equals FBM station. Garage equals FBM station.
What's used track overall profits and losses? So I use a combination of Sellerboard and QuickBooks.
Yep.
I don't think Sellerboard by itself is a viable tool because you're going to miss a lot. And QuickBooks just connects all to your credit cards, bank statements, Amazon account. It does a lot of the
off Amazon expenses, yeah.
Nicks and crannies, yeah.
That's the thing is Sellerboard and Inventory Lab, they're not bookkeeping tools, right? I look at Sellerboard every day just to gauge a rough estimate of gross profit. You got to keep in mind that those tools don't track your operating expenses if you don't enter them there. So I look at Sellerboard for my gross profit, and then on the 15th or maybe the 20th of every month, my bookkeeper gives a legitimate profit and loss finalized for the month before. So that statement is what I look at to know how much money did I actually put in my pocket last month.
But if you don't enter your operating expenses, they don't exist, right?
Right.
Life is definitely heated. Yeah,
that's a common. Life is heated. Yeah.
It's a battle, as it should be, right? As a young ambitious person, the whole world is trying to slow you down, right?
Just take her to a nice dinner after it all settles down. You'll be fine.
The non-Amazon sellers in your house have to be mad, or you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, that's a good tweet there too. Like we're going to war.
I don't like calling it wives. You got ladies out here making insane amounts of money. Well, it's the non-Amazon sellers in the house.
You have to fight.
Dibs in the bathtub for inbound receiving.
I actually low-key did have some product in the
bathtub.
I'm not gonna lie, I did. But what do you have to shower for? You're not leaving the house. The OA orders are getting delivered. The only time you're leaving,
you don't need a shower
for the next 45 days. Retail arbitrage pickup order.
I still have OA products in my mom's garage from 4.5 years ago. She actually texted me like last week. She's like, "Hey, what do you want me to do with these shoes in here?" I'm like, "You might as well keep them at this point."
You got to list it. You need the you got to revive the OA business.
Yeah, Miles still has products in his parents' house from like
Yeah.
2 years ago.
I know. I've seen the the Zoom background.
Is it just the Lego stockpile though?
Lego. Yeah, I got a couple stories.
No, it's just random stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
Like all the typical OA site
Yeah.
boxes that you'd expect, just stacked.
How do you know when you should package on an FEM sale and a boxer's poly bag? Yeah, it depends how breakable it is, right? If it's an electronic or like a shoe box, you probably want to box it, right? Meanwhile, if it's like clothing or something, you probably want a poly bag or poly.
I think that's actually in addition to you need a banned eBay account, you need a banned PayPal account, and you also have at least one giant box full of Legos in your house. Otherwise, you're not a real a real reseller.
And I'd say the Legos being the most in that, like a lot of kids have it. That is a component of it, right? But yeah, that's important. And then also too, just in general, guys, like selling the Xbox like skyrockets your buy box share close to as much as posting videos on Twitter does. Actually, that's an underrate. Well, because that's the thing. Anyone who's willing to post a video on Twitter, of course they sold the Xbox. Not even a question, right? So they go hand in hand.
Then the last few FBA shipments today before FBA. Yeah, today, these are like the last couple days. If you guys are still planning on doing FBA, then get it started this week. Don't ship it out later than like Friday.
Facts. And if you're gonna do that, you need to post on the timeline, right? Tag all of us, Billy Flips, right? You know, all these guys, right? Because that increases buy box share too.
Pete, aren't you coming to PA next week? Is that true? I heard.
That's fucking true. Yeah, we're trenched up. I'm coming to PA pretty soon too. So Pete's living with Max actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, you're flying in next week?
December 5th to 15th probably, but I'm gonna start buying heavy for FBM like December 1st. And there's like a ton of pickup orders. I'm gonna touch down with probably a couple hundred orders to fulfill because I'm gonna just place the orders for pickup and then just start chat scaling them immediately.
You get the flight canceled. You got.
Oh, whatever. No, I would figure it out. Great. Yeah.
So fly in, hang out that night in KOP, and then go home the following. I think that's the strat.
Fogo?
Yeah.
Donuts?
Big time. Yes.
Do I want a Fogo?
What's up?
Is that what you said, Fogo?
That's the ceremonial. Miles has arrived.
I might have to fly up just for that.
I'm gonna hand out buckets prior to it too, but we're not gonna talk.
There's a whole strat.
When do you know you need a VA for sourcing? When you are spending money very confidently and you don't have enough hours in the day to spend more money confidently. I was spending like 20 or 30 grand a month as a full-time college student, super busy. You should be at least somewhere around that before you start hiring.
I mean, it's all real. I mean, maybe they got kids, maybe they got what, you know what I'm saying? There's a full-time job that works.
Yeah, you just, under that, I don't know if you really understand the business if you're spending less than like 20K and you have the capital available. Because if you're spending 20K and that's your capital ceiling, then awesome. That's where you're at. You don't need a VA, especially if capital's holding you back.
True. That's a good point. Yeah. It's also, I feel like a lot of people underestimate the training curve with VAs.
Yeah,
right?
It's more work for a couple of weeks at least.
It's not going to be you hire them, hands off, they're doing it, and you're not doing anything, right? There's going to be a lot of troubleshooting. They find products, you don't like them. They find products, you do like them. A lot of feedback, that back and forth. It's going to be a couple month onboarding process before you really get up to speed.
Plus another 15 minutes a day or so to look at all the products they found, even if they're all good.
And keep in mind, you're paying them while they're messing up, right? And so there's a lot. It's essentially like taking a couple steps back to then take 4 steps forward.
Yeah.
Mainly close the shoes for FBM, debating on shipping out the shoes FBA. Yeah, you might think about doing the shoes FBA, to be honest. Depending on how slow your warehouse. Like if you ship to like IND4 from where you're, I'm not sure where Matt's based out of, but
I don't know either.
Yeah, if you're shipping to IND4, maybe not, but like if your shoe warehouse is fast, then I would go for it.
In other states, if you have 3PLs in those states, no. Yeah, you can. Yeah, definitely, Mabes. Yeah, you can do any address for it. Yeah.
I took my daughter's car keys away, and she's locked in the warehouse. 0 day, get to work.
Necessary. Like you gotta fight so hard for that first 100 bands month. Like you take home like 17K profit, you realize the whole universe lied to you. Right? Best box to ship sneakers. So Walmart, Uline, Staples, and like Home Depot all have right around 14 by 10 by 6, 14 by 10 by 15 by 12 by 10. Right around that size is going to be good.
Yeah, hover over the box icon on SellerAmp. It'll show you the exact dimensions. You can buy like the perfect size box if you want to be really scientific about it.
I remember I bought a box resizer as like part of the like gear that I bought to get into OA, and I like never used it once. Have you guys ever used a box resizer?
I thought about
Like
getting
5
one when I
years
used to
ago.
do books. When I used to do books, you'd have really weird shaped boxes just because some of them would be like 50 pounds and they're this tall, and some are 50 pounds that tall. Like,
Yeah.
but not for OA. Usually you're just running a box space.
So somebody said you try to sell out almost all your inventory by Christmas because prices drop after Christmas. You don't want to get stuck selling at a loss. So no, so that's actually a misconception, right? Definitely take a look at the Keepa too, because a lot of products, like right now, it's November 20th, right? So a lot of seasonal products are going to be at break even or even at a loss today. 2 weeks from now, they're going to be selling at a 20, 25, 30% plus margin. And they're going to continue to do so through Christmas, through the end of the year, because people are going to struggle to get inventory in time. Demand really doesn't slow down that much on certain products, even after Christmas, even into January. So some products might tank in price a little bit, but some products are going to continue to sell really quickly and at really high margins through the end of the year, even through January.
Yeah, your data is going to tell you when stuff's done
Yeah.
well. Like listings don't just go from bad to good or good to bad in one day. Like it's simply a long process, and you'll be more than prepared just because it's so, like items are so liquid in December.
Again, just how everyone's starting to see like that shift of the energy from FBA to FBM. You'll see it switch back at some point in February-ish, right? You'll see the buy boxes ownership rotation start to shift back. When I started, I used my mother for the account information because I wasn't old enough. That's the good energy we need. The heck
So
is that?
nailed that 3. Well, we had a big game the other day.
Oh, your high school?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now old enough and want the change the bank info back, everything. How to do it. So don't do anything. Don't touch any of that without alerting seller support, right? They're going to shut your account down real quick. So just call them.
Temporarily, yeah. Either way.
Yeah, just warn them ahead of time. You'll be
Yeah.
good. Bread knife's the best box research. Yeah, you just use a box knife. Like that is funny you mentioned that, Corey. I remember that being like every list back in the day. Like
Yeah, it was all like the Reezy resells, like starter pack, like book.
I
selling.
forgot about the box resizer.
Yeah, I remember I bought it and I looked at it and I'm like, how do you even use this? I like never even took it out of the box.
That was the real litmus test back in the day. If you could make it through a couple months of thrift store book scanning, like you were good to go. There was mind you, there was also no TikTok back in the day too, so dudes didn't really have stuff to do. He had nothing better to do than go scan books.
Do you sell in other marketplaces other than US? If so, I stopped Mexico and Canada. I just didn't think it was worth it. But those are completely acceptable from FBA.
Okay, yeah. So what you guys should do if you are looking for where to look for Black Friday sales, just do some general reverse sourcing, and then everywhere when you Google products with seller, look at the homepage of those websites, and they're going to tell you what deals they have going on, and that's where you're going to be able to initially get started making money. You just want to watch some of our manual source tutorials will help with that and such, as well as look back at old leads, and then any of like Warner and I's Q4 specific, or Garrett, if you have some too, Q4 specific videos, you're going to see products that went to the moon last year. Storefront stocking from the buy box analysis on those, seeing who sold at max price is a really, really good play too.
You could also start Rakuten. Rakuten has like a hot deal section where it kind of gives your aggregate breakdown of all like the sites that are having the biggest sales. You could start there for manual sourcing as well.
Yeah, facts. And then if you guys want a lot of good Q4 and Black Friday sourcing info, Warner and I have the free training going down tomorrow as well at 7 p.m. Eastern that you can get registered for, linked below, which is going to be a good time and pretty helpful as well.
Yeah, we're cooking up a lot of cool Black Friday sauce for you guys.
Yep. That's really, really going to be worth your time, guys. Like a lot of stuff we've never shared on YouTube, never shared publicly, and such. We're going to be able to put you guys on. It's going to be pretty valuable. And then also let us know what other questions you guys got. Do Mexico and Canada have higher FBA fees? That's a great question. I assume no.
They are if you're doing a NARF or whatever they call it these days. So if you're multi-channel, is it under multi-channel now? Maybe
I don't know.
I forget what it's under, but if you're selling on Canada through like your US account, you do pay higher fees for that. So like check your transaction reports.
Miles, you already give out buckets today. You're going after.
No. So I got coaching call at 7. So no Monday.
So virtual buckets only tonight.
Virtual buckets. Yeah, I'll play. Let's see. So I'm not going to play tomorrow. Damn, I won't play for like a week. Maybe Friday if I'm home by then.
You're gonna lose that jumper, boy.
No. Like sourcing
In
OA,
a week?
sourcing OA,
Yeah.
sourcing OA, riding unicycle, and jump shot are 3 things I have for life. Like I will never not be fucking amazing at those 3 things.
So this person asked this a few times. I don't know the answer. Do you have to ship a shoebox inside another box when doing FBM? I would assume so. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would. You
Yeah.
don't want that
Yeah.
box getting all damaged and stuff.
You'd also have like your shoes exploding out into the mail and stuff. Like, yeah.
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 Riding a unicycle, that's a throwback.
Oh yeah, all my
Yeah.
OGs from 2019 and 2020.
I ain't seen the Miles unicycle content in a minute.
Yeah, well, it's just like riding a bike though. Like once your body knows how to do it, like it just knows how to do it.
And skiing's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's anything. Sourcing OA, right? Jump shot. They're all similar. You know what I mean? Writing bangers on the timeline. Can we see?
The unicycle stream.
So I have 3 unicycles. I have one old one, which is pretty bad, but it's just like a hand-me-down basically from like this guy I know who rides. And then I have one that I used in middle school, which is like really small. And then I have a monster truck unicycle, which is the best one. That's in Pennsylvania. All 3 of them are in Pennsylvania. So you can't.
Back in the day, I don't know if anyone in the stream is hip to this, but back in the day, Miles would be on a unicycle just doing layups, dribbling layups.
Yeah. That I would. Yeah. Oh, private labels. Yeah, private labels awesome. We just basically none of us have really gotten into it, but private labels a fantastic way to make money. It's even a much better way to make money than arbitrage long term. It's just significantly harder and takes a lot more risk. So we like the idea of starting with arbitrage first.
Yeah, having talked to very successful private label sellers, it's also much more difficult than it used to be, like disproportionately against arbitrage and wholesale. There's just much easier cash to be made in arbitrage wholesale. And then if private label is your equity builder, then go for it. If buying a house with your arbitrage profit is your equity builder, doesn't matter. You just put the cash from your cash machine into whatever equity builder is the most fun for you.
Arbitrage.
Yeah, to really do well in private label these days, it's no longer, hey, I made a brand, hey, I'm running PPC. It's like I'm dialing in every single aspect of my listing, split testing this, optimizing that, and you're dealing with Chinese competitors that are selling your product at like their sale price is your cost because they're the ones manufacturing it and then they're competing with you. So not to say it's impossible. I know some guys crushing it in PL, just different beast.
I mean, that goes for pretty much any, we talk about it a lot, but pretty much any online
yeah.
business is hard, right? It's whatever challenge that is the most fun for you. If you like figuring out which keywords rank well against each other and all that, then go for it. If you like picking up the phone and calling suppliers, if you like stacking coupons, like whatever's fun for you.
If you like, like during December, right, in the OA game, right, you got to argue with Amex to get the spending power. You got to argue with the wife to get the room to fulfill the orders, right? You got to argue with these websites on order cancels, right? You got to just continually weather storm after storm.
Do you guys use these software tax websites? Accountant started charging $300 an hour to talk with them. That's a little expensive for an accountant, but it's like not unreasonable.
If you're a beginner Amazon business,
yeah,
that's way too expensive.
Yeah, if you're a beginner seller, you just need like the local accountant, whatever it is, and yeah.
Damn, bro said, "What's up, Playboys and Garrett? What's up, Tony?" Wait, you
Locked
guys,
on the PL brands trademark. Yeah, what's up?
you need to hijack it proof. Yeah, that stuff's tough, and that takes a while to do too.
Yeah.
The wife sees you pitching a tent. She just knows. That's a fire tweet. Dude. Yeah,
Sorry, bedroom is FBM station now.
Oh no. Okay, and he saw some getting plum race. Yeah, you just gotta ask honestly. And there's typically Amex will go past the limit, right? If you just keep pounding it, it'll it's got a little wiggle room past it. Over time the argument raise limit you might have to call it this time of year though.
Yeah. First year I ran up my Amex. I'm sure you guys have very similar stories. They call you, they get mad. What is all this random spending? All I had to do was submit a bank statement and just say I can cover this, and they're like, okay, spend away. So if you have the cash to back up what you're spending, then let them know on the phone. They'll let you submit it.
Why did
you'd have like the occasional spending warning on your app?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Yeah, you're not trying.
You need that after Black Friday.
Yeah. Do you ship the products yourself? Yes, to start, that's what you do, and then eventually, almost no one does. Eventually,
for sure. First, you're about to make 10K revenue isn't a lot. I mean, anything that is 10,000 more than zero That's a win.
You're in school. You're in school.
Yeah, you're in
that's
school.
impressive.
Like, yeah, like that is a huge win. Don't just because your bars aren't at a certain number of zeros doesn't mean they're less impressive. That's awesome, man.
And if you're proud of yourself, that's all that matters. That's
Yep.
super wholesome.
Bro said life pitched the tent. Damn. Hey, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers, family. It's just blinders on, right? Get the orders fulfilled. You're not leaving 0 to handling time, and strap in.
PayPal, cashback, MasterCard, anything with PayPal attached is usually a good idea to avoid. But I have heard. Do you guys are you guys hyped hip on that card? It's like 3%.
I think it's
I
like
haven't heard about it.
5% on Walmart or something, 3%.
Okay. You
I-
can
it's
get the
probably not
Walmart
five.
card that's
I think it's
5%. Yeah, if that's the bonus.
Oh, I think that's the same card.
Oh,
I
it's
think
not a
the
PayPal. Walmart is not a PayPal card.
I thought it was MasterCard.
Walmart's through like Synchrony or something like that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it okay to do Amazon FBA this time? Yes. Can
Yeah,
you teach
for-
tap FIFA? Yes.
The answer
Yeah.
is yes.
Yes. Luckily. Yeah, like you need no permission to go get rich on the internet. The only person holding you back is you.
That's it.
Shipping products good for your soul. Yeah, guys, check
Very
out the
true.
merch. Right? Actually, if you guys are looking for other esoteric hacks to get the FBM buy box, the Rise to Grind shirt as well, which
So that's an OG piece. Flip.
Bill knows nothing about, right? That's the profile picture, I'm pretty sure, for Pete.
Yeah.
It's at Pete Slips on Twitter. And while you're there, let him know why you should get invited to Garrett's wedding. You know, why there, you might as well let him know. But he has the most.
Still, are the applications still open for that?
There
That
should
one
be like
last
an
spot?
open tryout. It's like if you beat Miles in a game of 21, then you get the invite.
Ooh, Money Monday, the week before the wedding is tryouts. Garrett is definitely not going to have any time. We're going to force him to be here and watch tryouts for his wedding.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, the open stream from the Flips for Miles and All Out Amazon channels for the wedding will be pretty jumping too.
That would be lit.
How would you spend 5K this BFCM? So I would like watch some videos on manual sourcing, and if you've sold stuff before, go to your favorite websites already and deploy the capital that way. I'd also do Nike outs if you could. I also do a bunch of pickup orders if you could. Pick up order, list FBM, pick it up if it sells, cancel the order if it doesn't sell. Why is PayPal bad? My dear brother. Many, many reasons, right? It's actually good. It's good for buying because there's a lot of security, but they take your money if you're receiving a lot of money through it. And it's pretty annoying.
They've kept the money of many a reseller.
Yeah.
Big time.
FBA has talent. That's actually fire.
Yeah, dude, GST, I don't think we know you yet, but you're awesome. You have a lot of good banter.
Does Garrett still need someone to play the air guitar at his reception? That's what somebody.
Yeah. Oh, lit. Okay, nice.
I think
Post a
Chris
video.
was-
Post a video on Twitter of said air guitar, and we will highly consider it.
Like the Xbox guy, like he could catch an invite. The B Flips Xbox scholarship, the award winner.
I love calling it the Xbox scholarship. That's so funny to me.
That's
And just
The
like
X-
putting
the
like
Xbox
Billy's name on
scholarship
it,
for-
too. Oh,
yeah.
speaking of Billy, so I got an email from Melio like 3 days ago saying, Billy Flips just sent you $5,400. And so I texted him. I'm like, Billy, what is this for? Like, why did you do that? He's like, he just replies, WTF. I'm like, yeah, why'd you send me this money? And somebody like hacked his Melio and sent me money to an account that I don't even have. Like, he said the account ending in like 3421. I'm like, I don't even have an account.
Did he actually
ending in
lose
that.
the money?
No, he reported his fraud to Amex, and they like didn't
He charged back. B
didn't go
Flips with the
through.
charge back.
I'm like, why, Billy? Why are you sending me money? Like, I didn't
Does it
tell
make
you
sense to buy stock this Black Friday in general, even if one off flip? No, it'll all flip in Q4. You have to be like, you have to really, really, really mess up for it not to move in December.
Yeah, I literally just look for anything where buy box, like the buy box line was doing weird stuff last December, or the sales rank line was dipping. It will sell. Like
Chris said, "Okay, done. We'll be waiting. All of us need a mention on the Twitter on the TL. All of us need to be tagged."
Set your shipment Amazon. How long? It really depends on the time of year. Like they get kind of backed up this time of year. I would expect it for you to start making sales in 2 to 3 weeks, and all of it'll be there in probably a month.
Yeah, what episode of Money Monday is this?
We
17,
we know
12,
we outlawed
9,
guessing. We outlawed
yeah.
guessing. You just guessed. Get him out of here.
Oh, kick me out.
Oh, Miles is feeling gracious.
Miles is gracious. Usually he's happy for the opportunity to kick
Oh, I
anybody
know.
Oh, kick Corey body.
out.
See ya.
Anyone from Cali here, Bay Area? There's tons of people. Put it on
Oh
Twitter.
yeah, literally a ton. Yeah, if you it's honestly it's borderline impossible to find IRL people if you don't exist in the community. It's like incredibly easy to not if you or to do it if you do.
Do you know if IP complaint on your account health will affect your buy box share? We do not, but it might.
It
But
can a little
Well,
bit
either
for
way.
that brand. I've noticed it like
Yeah.
a little bit. It's not significant though. I'm guessing you're asking because you got one like today or yesterday, and you're seeing a little dip in sales. It's
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah,
As long as you
better.
beat it, you'll be good.
No more, you'll be good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, episode 65. I guess we missed it. We like teleported a year and forgot about it.
I was gonna say it's certainly not.
Oh damn! So we made it through 2 laundry cycles. This is a good long stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You boys good to wrap up?
Yeah, cool, sweet. All right, everyone, repeat after me. The well.
This is not a cult gathering, Miles.
Well, I just read in the chat. Squeeze the well. These are the times we dreamed of, right? You woke up as a little kid, right? You were thinking, I can't wait to FBM during Q4 22. That time is here now. Cherish it. Right? Those bags under your eyes, they're worth it. Those extra white monsters you have to slam, they're worth it.
Celsius. This is a Celsius promoted event.
Those are okay. I've never had any of that actually. Squeeze the well. Thou shalt squeeze the well. Right? FBM the orders. Right? Replenish, pick up orders. Nike outlet. Right? All that. I need all of it. Right? And then
I love the
Throw it out
chat.
like
The chat right now is
buzzwords.
awesome.
now
The chat right now is we're borderline cult tonight, boys.
well, yes, squeeze the fucking well. Right? And now, what do you do when you get the item in? You list it FBM instantly. 0-day handling time, reprice it. Right? And then what do you do when the item sells? Right? You promptly package it up, snap the picture, tag all the boys on Twitter, and then place the replenish order. Right? All right. Have a great night, everyone.